Say, you're in. Oh, it's no, it's moving. Hey.
Hi.
How's everybody doing? Welcome to the show. And we're down one viewer tonight. Oh, because she's here. Wendy is here with us.
Hey, naked, I beat you.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Oh, funny.
I was going to respond, but I figured the surprise would be better. So,
Oh, yeah. Glad to see everybody on. It's nice to be back in the States. Well, you know, I mean, Texas is its own country, so
pretty much.
yeah, you know, so
got Michelle's on, Christine's on, Aragon Stories, Kathleen, TTABA. Oh, that's us. Sorry. Heavy Metal Beer Club.
Mike says it doesn't count. Oh, but it does.
It does. Every win counts.
I always win, so somehow, some way, I win.
She's always sure of that, you know, by any means. So you got to watch out. Oh, so what have you been up to, Andy?
Not a lot. Haven't done investigating in a while, so I'm kind of like this, getting that itch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, been working like everyone else, you know, suffocating in the heat lately.
No kidding.
You know, same stuff.
It's not
this
that
time
bad.
of year. Oh, yeah.
But it's a dry heat.
It's a dry heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes you dry heave sometimes.
Aren't you doing an investigation this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend, yeah, Saturday. We're going to be doing Fort Apache. So it should be cool.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. That'll be the first time up there, huh?
Yeah, I don't even think anybody's really investigated that place. I mean, you have to have like permission and all that.
So it's on the reservation?
Yes.
So I mean, is it a whole town you're investigating, or is it a building?
Well, there's a bill. I think it's going to be one.
It's a real fort?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to look it up. I mean, read more about it. But yes, one building, as far as I know. And then, of course, the land.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be all kinds of energy out there. So it should be interesting.
Yeah. Is that Navajo land up there?
Navajo, yep. Yeah.
All right.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, just hope I don't get like
home of the skinwalkers.
Yeah. Just don't want to get like bring anything like weird home from that one. That kind of bothers me a little, just a little bit. Not only because it is Navajo, it's Native American land. You know, you don't know what you're messing with.
Yeah,
and
that's not Arizona, even though it's an island in Arizona. It's still its own land.
So I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited, but
I'm jealous. Yeah, no, that would be cool.
Oh, well,
it's a long drive.
Get up there.
I've had my fill of driving for the last.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a long drive.
Almost 16-hour drive home on Sunday, I got home Sunday morning at 12:45.
Yeah.
I left.
Thanks, Metal. She likes my Cinderella shirt. Yeah. When the guys were like, yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
See, I got hair
Sorry,
like that.
Darren, if you're watching.
I got the big hair and everything. Like those guys. It's really cool. Hey, you want some beer?
Yeah, we need to
Okay.
drink some beer.
That'd be good.
All right. So I missed out on this one last week because I was not here.
Abnormal.
And so, and it's a green can. So you can see it on Keith's monitor. Yes. Well, it's just abnormal. Huh?
Abnormal.
Abby normal.
Abby normal for those of you.
Hazy
Little
dreams.
Frankenstein kick back there. So this is out of San Diego. So they have a few different beers.
Yeah.
But this one was really good, and I felt really bad he didn't get a chance to try it. So I figured we'd do it again this week.
I really appreciate that.
I think Wendy's going to like it too. It's pretty yummy.
Yummy.
And then are we still doing Acadia next weekend?
The 26th.
So that's the weekend
Oh,
after.
The weekend
after,
after,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does this have particulates in the bottom of it?
Probably. So I'm gonna assume that it does.
But not like that bone husk.
No,
That
that was
was-
crazy.
Hey, you got a bigger head than I do. How the hell that happened?
Yeah, just,
Sorry, can I say that?
Yeah, she can.
You know my mouth.
can
Better
say-
watch it.
Say whatever you want.
Okay. I'll
well,
try to
I'm
be
anxious
good.
to try this.
We'll just have to go.
Okay.
So cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To whatever you're drinking.
Cheers. There's the camera.
Mhm.
So I'll be looking away from the camera so I can see the comments.
Little different setup tonight.
Yeah.
But we're
Okay.
good.
Ready?
Did you like it, Heavy Metal? You guys had it?
Not bad.
So they said it's a good beer, so should probably read the comment before I make a comment.
Yes, that is good.
Yeah.
I do approve.
I'm trying to figure out what that taste has to it.
Well,
Citrus?
it's yes.
Is
So
it
it's an IPA.
Okay.
So yeah, it has that,
A little bit of a citrus taste, right?
and that comes from coriander usually, not actual citrus.
It has a different smell too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty yummy.
Mm.
Did good.
Yeah,
That's
let
good.
me enjoy this just for a minute.
Yeah, really. Like,
You do that, and I'll tell everybody what we're talking about tonight.
kind of good.
All right, yeah, we'll drink to that.
You drink to that. So yeah, so we Wendy was gracious enough to bring her doll tonight, and we figured, what better way to do a second haunted doll episode than bring all the dolls together and see what kind of shenanigans could happen on the show. For those of you that never got a chance to watch our first haunted doll episode, I'm going to play a little clip from it right now. And this is the time that we met Julie, not on purpose, but it happened that way. And here's a little clip from it.
Because of the picture I took of
What
the hell is that?
was that?
I'm here. What'd she say?
I didn't even get to ask the question. What? What did it say?
I'm here.
It says, why are we here? Why are you here?
Stephen.
That's not Steven. What is your name?
Oh my God, Lisa's gonna kick us out of the house.
What did you hear?
Why are you
Why are
here?
you
Why am I here?
Yeah.
I said no.
Interesting.
Okay.
Which doll are you? If it says a color, I'm gonna pee. I'm just letting you know. Like Shaylin's about to jump over this.
So was that you talking, the white doll? What's your name? Oh, we're gonna do an investigation.
Danger.
Oh my crap! Who's in danger? Look at that face. You're in. Oh, it's moving. No. It's moving. Crap. Who's in danger? Look at that face. You're in. Oh, it's moving. No. It's moving. Crap. Who's in danger? Look at that face. You're in. Oh, it's moving. No. It's moving. Crap. Do you see that?
I did see that.
It's moving.
No.
You guys are hitting the table.
No, nobody was hitting the table.
No.
Not the way it was moving.
Let's calm down here for a minute. Tell us who you are. And who's in danger? Are you in danger? The hair's standing up in my arms. You feel that cold?
That's the fan.
Holy crap.
14.
14. Is that how old you were?
That freaked me out.
Did you see that move? I mean, look.
I
Come
saw-
on.
No, it says it wasn't moving. We can't make it move the way it was moving.
No,
Right.
no.
We are definitely
And
going to have
it's-
to go back through this video. You still have the EVP going?
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
still have
It's going to
it
be
going.
good stuff. I'm excited.
Holy crap. I mean, that is just.
That thing's just peaking.
That
I
was
told you it's
crazy.
going. It's
Only
going
thing
like
that peaks.
crazy.
Well, my phone was over there, but it's still
But
going
it's
nuts.
still, it's all the way up.
Yeah.
You put it up by the head, it'll go right.
Danger 14. Why am I here? Why? Huh?
Play with me.
Play with me.
Play
Just
with
said
me?
Play with me. All right, turn that thing on.
Turn it off.
No. Keep this on.
No, this is not an investigation.
No.
Oh
no.
my God.
Let's just keep it on and see if she wants to call in and tell us about
I was
her
going to say, shit
stories.
just got real here.
Play with me.
Good
That's
Lord.
amazing.
That is
Dude,
crazy.
okay, but in all honesty, do we know it's that? Do we know it's? We
We
just
don't
brought
know
like
what it
$7
is.
But
in this house.
she's
This is
active
the
with
only
the
one
key, too.
giving us
That's the
Julie.
I know.
What?
Julie.
Said Julie.
Is your name Julie? Are you the white doll right here? Is your name Julie?
Or did Julie play with
Yeah, it was a fun night.
That was great.
you? I think that's my favorite clip. Just to see the genuine reaction out of everybody was really good.
And Joey almost took his head off of that one.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I was tethered to the desk, so
That
I
was
had to.
great.
I have to go back and listen now, though, just to that clip and maybe load it into Logic or something, because maybe it was just my imagination, but when it said Julie,
Hmm.
I swear to God, there's a second voice in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The clip itself's kind of lower volume.
Yeah.
So yeah, need to boost that a little bit. Then
Because when the ghost tube's going off the rest of the time, it doesn't sound like a double voice. But when it said Julie, it sounded like a double voice to me. I could be wrong, but
it could be.
That was
Hey,
good.
Longhorn.
hey, Longhorn's on.
Yeah,
We love haunted dolls too.
they're so much fun.
That's why we're doing this show. So I think we should meet Sarah.
Yeah,
What do you think?
let's do that.
All right.
Let's talk about Sarah.
This is Sarah. I got her name only because I got her name from Sarah Winchester, lady husband's Winchester guns. I just really like this lady a lot, and just what she was about and all that about the spirits and all that. But she looked like a Sarah. I was trying to get her name. She's made what happened is I was driving to Darren's house and I saw a yard sale sign. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to drive because I love yard sales, antique stores, whatever. So I'm like, no, I'm just going to stop by, look, see if there's anything that might catch my eye. So I pulled up, I get out of the car, and then walking up the driveway, she's had on a table with other stuff. And I'm like, I saw her, and I'm just like, oh, I'm not a doll. I don't like dolls. Really haven't been. And even when I was a little girl, I was always doing the cowboy, the doll cowboy dolls and playing cowboy and Indian and all that. And
Get yourself a Woody.
I got a Woody. We won't go there yet. Maybe the next time. But so I ended up going. It was with my friend, and so when I walked up, because I was looking for a doll. Anyhow, I just wanted one because sometimes me and Darren, we go to hotels that are supposed to be haunted. So I'm like, I get a doll for if there's kid spirits or whatever. And so I walk up, I see her, and so it's like I just immediately like, okay, how much is she? The lady's like, oh, she's $40. I'm like, a little steep, for a yard sale doll. But I kept, looking at her, and I'm like, okay. And then she was telling me, well, I got so many dolls and I need to get rid of, because I asked her, why are you getting rid of her? And she goes, oh, I collect dolls, and I'm trying to get rid of some of them. But she was the only one out there. And so I go, well, let me think about it. And she's like, she picks her up. She goes, well, on the back of her head, she's from Germany. Her head was made in Germany. And I go, so she raised up the back of her hair, and you can't see it. I'd show you guys, but it's, you can see it, but it's engraved in the back of her head, Germany. And then there's some numbers at the top. And I thought it was kind of cool because I'm like, well, even because she said the body was pretty much original, but she thinks some of it was replaced. I've looked at her. I don't know if it has been replaced, but she has the body with the little ball things that connect joints and stuff together, everything together. So I'm like, well, let me think about it. And she goes, well, do you want to see my doll collection? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I walk in thinking I'm going to see this wall of dolls, she's getting rid of dolls or whatever. She had like 4 dolls that were like that big. And I'm like, doll collection, okay.
Yeah, we
So
got one more than that here.
yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, well, and then it started to make me think like, okay, I was still interested in her, kept going back to her, but I'm thinking, okay, you want $40. You don't have a doll collection. You're getting rid of her. So that kind of piqued my interest too. I'm like, okay, maybe there's something up with this, whatever. So anyhow, long story short, I got her and took her immediately. And I said bye to my friend because we walked around a little bit more. She went home and I went to Darren's house and I took her in the house. Now the dogs, we have 2 dogs and excuse me. And they kind of, when I walked in, they were like sniffing at her and, trying to figure out what I had. So I ended up taking her in. I sit her on the counter and like I do with anything, I don't know if I get anything from a yard sale or, antique store, I just kind of look it up just to check into it. And then I always, just because I'm an investigator, so anything I bring to my house that could be legitly attached or somebody, because it's not mine. I got it, somebody else owned it. So I'll bring out a device and just kind of mess with it. Well, she ended up, I ended up having because I was going to send, if I got anything, I was going to send it to Lindsay because I'm like, she'll be interested in this, and I just wanted somebody, if anything happened. And sure enough, I started videotaping, and in the video that on the phone that I videotaped, there's this like a mist smoke looking thing that passes in front of her. And it does this weird turn. And then there's something that pops up like to the side. Now, I don't know if it was a hair maybe that on the corner that popped up, but the smoke, I don't smoke cigarettes. I vape, but the vape wasn't even near me. I hadn't even touched it yet because I was kind of like excited just to see if I could get anything. And it was all because it said Germany, and I'm thinking, it's another country, you don't know. So I did that. And then I brought out the millimeter and the K2, and this started going off. And then I'm thinking, electronics, could be the electronics. So I turned on the millimeter and I'm like, putting it around her, talking to her and stuff. It did go off quite a few times. The numbers went up to like, the highest it went up was like, I believe it was like 20, or no, it was like 39 is what it was.
Oh, wow.
And I'm thinking, well, it could be some of the electronics, but I don't think it was, So, and then they would go completely down and then it would go off again. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. So I ended up putting her up on this cabinet at his house. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to put the REM pod right by her. Anything happens, So I'm going to go. I was tired, and I went and chilled out on the recliner, and I leaned back and I started dozing off. Right when I started dozing off, the REM pod just goes beep beep. I'm like, so I raise up and I look over. I'm like, okay, maybe the dogs, but the dogs weren't even over there. Wherever I'm at, they're there. So they were laying down. One of my dogs, Doc, he just kept staring at her the whole time. Just kept looking up at her. I have video of that too. And so I leaned back. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I leaned back, started getting relaxed again. The millimeter or the REM pod goes dee 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 dee. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? I'm like, okay, Sarah, that's enough. I am trying to relax. Third time, it just went off for like a good 2 or 3 seconds. And so I'm like, okay, I'm done. I got up. I started getting my phone out to videotape it, and it stopped. I left it up there with her for like 4 or 5 hours, checked the batteries. They were good. Everything was good, and it never went off after that.
That's
So,
crazy.
Man, it is
and you
nuts.
know, the REM pod is kind of hard to go off. You just,
Well,
you just
without
don't-
something
yeah, touching
it or
it.
getting
Exactly.
close to it.
Or energy, whatever
Right.
it is. You know, electronics don't make it go off. So, it was away from electronics anyhow. So, so I did that, and then I took it home. Of course, Darren's like, "Get that thing out of my house."
Yeah, I don't think he was too happy about it.
It was funny because I was like, told him what was going on. He had no idea that I had her there. I told him what happened and da da da. He goes, "Well, you better have that thing here." I go, "Well, there she is," and he's like, "Get that thing." And he's all freaking out. "Take her home with you." Yes, she's not staying. So I did take her home the next day, and again, I'm like, okay, that was kind of interesting. And well, I did do one thing. One thing did happen when I was at his house with her. After all that stuff was going on, it was a weird thing. I got really mad. I got this really anger just go over me for just like a split second. And I never, get really loud with my doggies, especially my girl dog. She's such a good girl, good girl. The boy sometimes, he's a little. So, but I don't, they're my babies. I don't. I don't do stuff. I don't like, they're just animals, but they don't understand. But so I got really angry, and my boxer girl, she came up to me and she did, I don't even remember what she did. I'm like, "You need to stop now." And then I'm like, "What the heck? I don't do that." And I went directly to her and I go, "If that's you, you need to cut it out now." And so it was just a weird thing that happened. It was just weird. I don't even know why it went to that point. And it was just a second. It was nothing.
Yeah.
And then I was okay. But then I was like, so I apologized to my dog right away. I'm like, "I'm sorry, baby," kissing her. "I'm so sorry." And I told Sarah, I'm like, "I'm sorry, Sarah, but you can't cause me to feel that way if that was you."
Well, that brings up an interesting thing because I think where they see it, Naked asked,
That
it was a
one?
World War II doll, but when you were doing your research on it, did you find a date of when the doll was?
You know what?
Or a
I
time frame?
haven't. Oh, hi, Darren. He said hi, so to me, but I saw him. I don't know. I haven't completely taken like the clothes off to where I can look over the whole body. It could be. I need to do that, but it's kind of hard, and I'm so afraid because the balls, like I said, the balls connect the joints, and I just get really nervous if I break it or one of them come off or something. So I don't know. But on the head, there's numbers. I'd have to have, because I think Lindsay remembers the numbers, or we'd have to look again. But the numbers go up to the back of her head so far.
Yeah, I imagine them being porcelain, because I know Anne here is porcelain too, that, dropping one drop and they've probably lost a leg or an arm or their body,
Yeah.
And so Mike mentioned that a lot of the heads were recycled onto new bodies, probably for that reason, because they
that's what I'm not for sure.
Yeah.
But her head, I know it's the original head. That I know. The body, it's the exact same bodies that the heads when they were made. It's the same kind of body. So I don't know. Is it a new body? The lady that I got it from said that she got it from another yard sale, and the lady said that the body is original, but some pieces are not. But she said she never told her what parts weren't, the original parts. So I'm not for sure.
Then he wants to know if it was 666 written on the doll.
No, that no, that would probably be me. I don't know. 666, the devil over here.
And Pam is on too. Hi, Pam.
Pam's on.
Hi, Pam.
So, Wendy, you sent me 2 videos. Do you want me to play?
Yeah, if you want.
So,
and I want to just say, it's everybody's going to have their opinion on it, and that's cool. But I believe it was something. I believe there's something to it, but we'll see.
You want to do the REM pod first? Do you want to do that one with a Mel? Sorry.
However you want to do, it's fine.
Okay, we'll do that one first, and then you can kind of explain what was going on there.
Okay.
All right, I'll play it first.
All right, guys. This thing went up to a fort. Look at that.
Hello, I want to say thank you to all Arizonans who rolled up their sleeves in recent weeks.
It went up to a 14.1. Didn't think that. Sorry, I've got some gum in my mouth. I did not think it would go up and down like that, because it hasn't. The only thing it did was the millimeter went off. So now the temperature on the numbers are going crazy, but there's no beep going off now. Okay. Crazy. Yeah, so that's when I first brought her in. Yeah, the noise in the background was. I just realized it was TV was up that low. That's when I first brought her in, and I had set her down, and I went into the other room to get the millimeter, it just the numbers started going up. I mean, it got up higher than that, but that was because when I first did it, I wasn't videotaping. I was just checking her out. And then when I started getting like numbers going up and the millimeter would go off, and I made sure there was no touching of the, anything. It was legit. And so then I started videotaping it, and that was the numbers that kept going up. You saw it like went up to, what was it, 14 or 13, whatever it was, or whatever it just showed. But so that's what happened at that one, that time. It
actually looked like, as I was watching it looked like you talked about the mist or whatever, but it looked like there was something that went in front of the millimeter at one point in that.
Yeah, there was the mist. I don't know. I mean, because I knew my sister wasn't going to be home, because it's either somebody. I need somebody. Yeah, you want to show it to him again? You can. Yeah.
Yeah, if you look for it, a couple of minutes in, I think it is when.
If you want, you can show it and let him see, and then I'll explain that.
Okay, I'll put it up again. Yeah, because look in front of the millimeter, because that's when I saw it. Here it is again.
All right, guys. This thing went up to a fort. Look at that.
Hello, I want to say thank you to all Arizonans who rolled up their sleeves in recent weeks.
It went up to a.
Did you see it or no?
It's hard to see from back here.
I'll play it again.
All right, guys. This thing went up to a fort. Look at that.
Hello, I want to say thank you to all Arizonans who rolled up their sleeves in recent weeks.
It went up to a 14.1. Didn't think that. Sorry, I've got some gum in my mouth. I did not think it would go up and down like.
Yeah, it could have been a glare. I don't know, but I definitely saw.
I'll have to show you the video. I don't know if you guys can see it on TV there, or what you guys that are watching, but it actually had like a smoky, like misty thing that went across, and it made some kind of weird turn, and it came back. I don't know what it was. I had messaged it to Lindsay, and she's like, "You sure you're not smoking your vape?" Because I vape. I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Nothing like that."
Oh, the spirit box.
Thank you, honey.
I thought it was a wall wart, So I don't need any powder. No, what I did notice on that though was that the screen on the millimeter. So I don't know if that's when you may have seen the mist. Is it got distorted?
It could have been the mist then.
The LCD part of it,
because the mist distorted. It was weird because it did go over it, and it kind of. It didn't knock. It didn't like fade out the numbers or anything. You just see it go around to the front of it, and then it kind of made a turn back. It was just a weird movement to it. And I do vape, but I hadn't even touched my vape yet because I was so excited what was going on. Mm-hmm. I just kind of like was doing my thing. And That's what happened. I don't know. I really don't know where that came from with the little miss. And I was hope everybody could see it, but if not, I don't know.
Christine
Yeah.
said she saw it and it went right in front. And Mike
Okay.
said he was watching on the 72-inch TV and he said he saw something.
I
But,
bet we look pretty scary, Mike.
no, I was gonna say you didn't have to
Right.
go to the 72-inch for me. But so
Christine's
that's
on a
what happened.
65. Okay.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. It did that, and then that was just strange. I mean, I can't explain it. I mean, I wanted to make sure everybody knows that I do vape, so I didn't want to hide that as like, but because I do vape, so it
doesn't linger.
Yeah, it
So-
did not like the way, and it doesn't move like that the way it was moving.
Right.
Even if it did, but I didn't puff on it. I hadn't. Excuse me, that beer.
Yeah, it does make you do that.
That happened to
Flip it.
Jack last week.
Yeah. Ooh.
But yeah, so it was pretty cool, and yeah, so
And I did notice temperature fluctuation too. So it started off at 72.8 and then it went up to
that, yeah.
73. But I when I watched the whole thing the first time,
Mm-hmm.
I swore it said it couldn't have gone to 90, but that's what it looked like. But it may have been that mist distorting what I was seeing. So that's
yeah, it was pretty strange.
so either way, there's something there that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just whatever. I mean, everything that just kind of happened at those few minutes. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. But the like that, it was from that, and then getting that, it was the anger thing. This is what really tripped me out after it happened. I'm like, what the heck? What did you just do and act like that? There was no reason. I was in a good mood, There was no reason, Darren wasn't there, so I wasn't mad at him.
Well, when he is there, he's always napping. Right?
And he's always napping, so.
You got to love Darren.
Oh, yeah, you got to.
I mean, who else we're going to pick on?
That ass hat. What did he say?
He said, thanks, ass hat. Keith and Lindsay's words. That's funny. So your second video here, I'll play that one.
Okay.
What's that one? Set that up for us.
Which one is that one? I don't know. Is that the when
Your dog's
dog
in the
is
picture, I
staring?
believe,
Yeah, then that's probably the one where Doc just kept like checking her out. Like, it was weird.
Okay, we'll play it.
I'm Jerry Springer.
He was definitely fixated on something.
He was,
huh?
and he was staring up at her. He was looking, and he just kept staring at her. And it was weird too, because even Bella, she would walk up and she would look up at her. They would go over there to where she was at, and they would look up at her, and then she would walk away a little bit. But Doc was just like,
Who is this bitch?
yeah. And my grandbabies come
It's in
over.
my house.
My grandbabies come over, so they bring dolls, they bring stuffed animals, and so it's not like he hasn't seen a doll before. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. But
I don't know.
you brought the doll home. You're his mommy, so it's like, oh, is she gonna play with it like the kids do? And I won't get any attention?
no, no,
No.
he ain't that bright to think that way. I love you, Doc, but no, he's.
So Mike said he saw something on that one. I don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about the TV. That was loud. Oh my God,
That's
it's
awesome.
his headphones. I don't know, but yeah, Jerry Springer.
Felt like I was at a concert.
Yeah,
I like the girl. I like to watch the girls fight. Just so you guys know, I watch Jerry Springer.
Nice.
The old
It is
girl
entertainment.
fight. It is
Yeah.
entertaining.
I think I'll join you.
Yeah, I'll go back and watch that again just to see if we do see something.
Yeah, then you can
Let's
check it out if you saw something.
blow it up
but-
on a big TV like Mike does.
Seeing it all.
Yeah.
So we were talking earlier before the show. Bring myself back in. And you had mentioned that the head would, well, at least the head portion of it we know is from Germany is what we figured out. And you brought up a good point that when you do talk to her, maybe she doesn't understand what you're saying because she doesn't understand English.
Yeah.
So we talked about using the translator app and try to talk to her that way. And we were messing around with that before we started the show. Is that something you guys want to try that? You want to see if we get
Sure.
a reaction out of it?
I'm just trying to get anything from her. I mean, she gave me some stuff on a spirit box, when I took her home too.
What would you like me to ask?
What do you want? Do we want to do spirit box on top of it to see if she responds? Or do you want to do something
We
else?
could do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that because how are we going to know it? You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do that. If you guys want to sit your spirit box, I mean, grab it.
Yeah, grab that.
Yeah, we
Just
could do
It's
that.
on your side of the table.
Anything.
Should have plenty of
She'll
cord.
like, you destroy the whole studio. You're never coming back.
It wasn't a doll. It was Wendy.
There. Okay. I like that speaker.
It's cute.
It is.
Ask her how old she is. You could do that too.
Is there a volume on this speaker?
No. There might be a little fader, a little slider underneath.
Carol says, why watch Jerry Springer when you live in it?
On.
No, it's just on off then.
I'm not.
It's usually pretty loud.
Oh, I used to have to put mine down here. Oh, maybe it wasn't plugged in all the way up here.
We could find out either her name or how old she is what I'd like to know. I'd really like to know if she can give me her name.
This isn't plugged in all the way. Oh, there we go.
There you go. That's all.
You see
I
that?
like this out there.
The millimeter went off, and I was moving it, but it shouldn't have done. Went off like that. That was weird. Okay. Never mind.
Let's see. Or do you want to hold it by your microphone?
Yeah,
Then
however you
I'll
want to do
do this one on this
Okay.
side.
You can hear it pretty loud.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
Then
use
you might
this,
not need
okay,
to do that.
Sarah? Use this, or Julie, or any of you dolls. You talk, but we want to know your name, Sarah. I call you Sarah, but you have a name you want me to call you.
All right. So I'll ask her what's her name. In German.
Wie heißt du? Wie heißt du?
That's for you.
Wie heißt du?
Did you? I heard Sarah.
Did you really?
I did. It was further back then.
What's your name? Your name's Sarah. You like Sarah?
I think I keep hearing a girl's voice.
You do. You hear a very light girl's voice, like a young girl or something.
That's what I'm going to. I just typed in how old are you? Let's see what that. We'll get from that.
Wie alt sind Sie? Wie alt sind Sie?
Come on, you can talk to us. Don't be scared. Okay? Don't be scared.
And that sounded,
That sounded like German to me.
That sounded German. He's ooh. Okay, that has to be your air on, right?
no, there's no air on.
No way. That was German.
That was bizarre. Yeah, I heard that too.
That definitely sounded German.
That tripped me out.
All right, I can see what
And it was funny because it was a girl's voice that said it. The air's not on, right? Because is a cool breeze right here.
Yeah, the air conditioning is on.
It isn't. Okay. There is a cool breeze right here on up to my shoulder. I swear to God.
no. Well, the vent's up there on my side. All right, what's the next question?
Where you asked where she's from. That was German, dude. It was so German sounding.
Okay, you ask where she's from.
Wo kommen Sie her? Wo kommen Sie her?
There's definitely a little girl trying to come through.
How about this?
Don't be scared, Sarah. You talk.
All right, ask her if she speaks English.
Sprechen Sie Englisch? Sprechen Sie Englisch?
It is a guy, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You hear that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like that. Yeah. If you speak English, Sarah, how old are you? Can you tell me how old you are?
So what is that in English, Mike? With Sarah.
I can tell you right now, Mike, if you think we're going to pronounce that, you're sadly mistaken.
I'm hearing lots of German.
Yeah, I am too. And you know what? Even in one of the spirit box things that I did, there is a guy that comes through because there was a guy that said 100 when I asked at my house how old she was, how old are you? It said 100. I mean, clear as day. I got the audio on it. Huh?
I remember you talking about that, and I guess I mean, really, who's to say? I mean, if a doll is a vessel, I mean, it could be a vessel for any gender.
Well, it could be belong to a young girl, which is coming through, and then even the person that made her.
True.
We're hearing a little bit of weird, different language, and it does. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think out there? I mean, I don't know.
So you're doing the same thing we're doing, Mike. I can hear you. Where are you? Okay.
I definitely hear a little girl trying to come through, though.
Do you know what my name is? What's my name? I know you like talking to the spirit box. That's the only way you really communicate with me lately. What's my name, Sarah? Where are you from?
Ich verstehe dich. Wo bist du?
So it's kind of that. It says, I hear you. Where are you? Where are you?
Ich verstehe dich. Wo bist du?
That was kind of loud, wasn't it?
It almost sounded like it came from my phone.
I did this one too, but because it came from here.
One more time.
Ich verstehe dich. Wo bist du?
Are you wanting us to leave you alone? Do you want us to stop? Okay, we're going to leave you alone for a little bit. You have anything to say before I turn it off?
Let's see if you understand this without me telling you what I'm saying.
Danke, Sarah.
Danke.
Danke, Sarah.
That was thank you, Sarah.
Oh, was it? Oh, well, thank you, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
I'll be the same.
Huh?
Right?
Sure.
Oh,
Auf Wiedersehen.
yeah. There you go.
So you got that one right.
But that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, I do.
Wow. Now, there was a couple things that came through that I could interpret as it saying your name, as saying Wendy.
Well, it actually said there was. I'm going to turn this off because the battery is dying.
Okay.
So, it did actually say my name, we believe. When I had asked at my house, I was running the spirit box with her, and that's when she did say I heard my name, and I sent it to Lindsay, and she said that I said, I'm not even going to tell you what it said. Just tell me if you hear anything. And then she types back, what the heck? Or whatever. Did it just say Wendy? I'm like, yeah, I think it did.
Yeah, I wasn't able to pull that audio clip over. I wish I could.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that one was pretty cool. And
so Vinny said he searched and found no German radio stations. So if we were getting German through there, then it was authentic.
It sounded like it. I mean,
Sure did.
It did.
And Lindsay said she heard footsteps upstairs.
No way. I gotta sleep.
As we were doing that session.
Go sleep up there.
That's cool.
Yeah, but that's her story. That's what, I haven't really messed with her a lot because I'm in the middle of moving. So I haven't done a lot of messing around with her yet, since then. But yeah, I believe there's something there. I don't know if she's you know, I've had little weird things happen here, and they're I think she was haunted when I got her. You know what? Because the way the lady, when I got her, and that started happening, and there's just the stuff that I got, I started thinking, well, it went back to $40 for a doll. You know, I mean, I guess you can. She wouldn't even go down. She's like, no. I'm like, 25, 20, and she wouldn't do it. So I'm thinking, $40 for a doll at a yard sale. I mean, that's just kind of
That's a lot, yeah.
steep for a yard sale. You're just trying to get rid of stuff, you know. You're trying to whatever, take it. I gotta get it. And then when she says my doll collection, I'm like, $4? Okay, $4. Huh? Listen, okay. And she's like, this is, you know, I just had to get rid of her. And then when she told me about the lady that she got her from, she didn't give me much information on that lady. She just said, the lady just like, you know, yeah, I'm just getting rid of her. Didn't really give her an explanation. So I kind of was thinking, well, wonder if she was getting something, or wonder if things were happening, because who has 4 dolls? Say they got a doll collection, and she's just trying to get rid of some of them, which there was only her out there. And there was only like 4 dolls in her house. Yeah. So it just didn't make sense to me. But like I said, I was even trying to find out. I mean, you don't just go out, you know, trying to find a haunted doll unless you go online and it says it's haunted and you want to pay like, you know, $300 for a doll. But I was just looking for a doll, and she just happened to be there when I walked up. Don't know. I really don't know.
But I think that's the reality. Anytime we buy dolls, no matter where it's from, or we pick them up, whether it's Goodwill, whether it's a garage sale, we don't really know the history on it. So who knows?
So I don't know.
Yeah, that's the fun of it. You know,
yeah,
really is.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm talking about Anne.
This is a cool
let's talk about Anne.
This is cool.
Unique, very unique.
I love this doll too.
Because Anne is another Goodwill purchase, and I don't know if you can see her eye. I'm sure you can tell that her eyes aren't normal on the camera there.
You want to put it in front of the other camera?
She has pretty eyes, but they're kind of like.
See if you can.
I can switch it over real quick so you can see the other camera.
Oh, you can see it from there.
Can you see it? There you go.
Yeah.
They're actually red, kind of a reddish color.
Very creepy looking.
And so we got Anne's name from a spirit box session, or no, actually it was from a necrophonics session we did with her after we got her. And we did get some K2 action too, but she hasn't really done a lot. She just looks freaky, but her story is what's really interesting. She has handwritten serial number on the back of her neck, and the doll maker, sorry, I'm not a perv really, but that's where the lettering is. It's Ashton Drake Galleries is where they make these. And so what we were reading is actually the dolls that they make are fashioned, or their likeness is from a deceased child. And so they must make them for families, or, you know, that want a memento. So I don't know why this one would end up in a Goodwill. But I mean, she's heavy because she's made of that porcelain stuff. So don't want to drop her.
That is creepy in itself, though, that they fashion it after a deceased.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know about the hair. If the hair is like a little lock of
the actual hair.
It could be.
Yeah. And the other thing that was really interesting when I was doing the research is I did find the same doll, not with the same color eyes. I think the one I found were blue eyes, and had the same rattle and everything, but the rattle on all the dolls that I did come across were all in the right hand. And this one's in the left hand, and it's fashioned in there to where I don't think it would even fit in the right hand of this one. So, I don't know. There might be some significance to it being left-handed.
Mike said it was a Victorian thing.
I don't know if you meant the rattle or the idea behind making the doll.
I think he was meaning the making of the doll. I think I've heard something like that, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, well, didn't we learn when we were doing our original research on dolls and stuff that dolls were originally made as vessels for the deceased?
I believe we did read something like that.
Yeah, and then they became child's play toys, but yeah, they were actually something for, I don't know, maybe they turned them into urns or something. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be even creepier.
That would be
it?
awesome.
Yeah. Oh, so.
That would be creepy.
And then I also brought green frogs. Can you see them?
That's the frogs you talk about, huh?
Yeah. These are my frogs that my mom gave me that she communicated with us after she passed.
That's
and cool. Once we told her that we loved her and we, understood what she was doing, then they quit working right after that.
You want to tell that story again? I love that story.
Yep. They just don't work. So yeah, I haven't collected them in a while because I got overrun with frogs, but, I did collect frogs just for fun. And so one year my mom gave me these kissing frogs, which I should take them into you, Keith, so you can actually show them.
I wonder if you put them in front of Wendy because she's got a black shirt. Well, no, it doesn't matter. You have a black shirt.
That doesn't matter. Yeah, they're green.
Yeah, it's like chroma key out everything.
So the way they work, you pull them apart. There's a string in between them, which you can't see with the green screen. But as they move back together, you can hear the motor in there. They make this big smooching sound. So, you pull them apart and then they go kind of a thing.
Want me to take the green screen off for a minute?
They're kind of cute.
So people can see them.
Oh, there's lots of green, huh?
Lots of green.
All right.
So there you can see them.
That's cool.
They're cute.
Yeah. So, we've moved a few times, since then. So they kind of got lost, and I'd completely forgotten about them. Up until, can't remember the last time I really saw them before my mom passed, but this was just like a month or two after she passed that we started hearing that smooching sound just out of the blue, anytime my wife and I were together, and basically in our bedroom. And it wasn't us. But yeah, we would hear that sound. And if you've heard the story, I've told it a few times, but I was accusing my wife of it being her phone. That was like a ringtone or an alert or something that kept going off. And so when she let me know that her phone wasn't in the room and it was downstairs charging and I still heard it, I said, well, then maybe it's my phone. So I took my phone downstairs so it wasn't be in our room. And when I came back up, she goes, I still heard it. So we had to find where it was coming from, and behind my nightstand, tucked nice down or sitting on the floor were the frogs. And so we did hear it a few times, and we acknowledged it being my mother. And like I said, we thanked her for letting us know she was still with us and loving us, and we loved her, and that it wasn't necessary to communicate to us through the frogs anymore because it was kind of freaky, really. And then that was the last time they worked.
That's crazy.
So anyway, I'll never get rid of them, but that's my gift from my mom.
That's
Yeah.
really, and they just disappear.
They're spirit froggies. You see?
And if you guys want to do, if you want to hear that whole story, go watch our 3rd episode of season 1. That's where we talk about that.
Where we meet with Vinny and his crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't meet you, Wendy, until our first time at Acadia. Was our first time meeting you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember you guys brought the beer.
Yep.
And I think it was, I know somebody asked me, did I want a beer? I'm like, I want to just
We're on a ghost
say,
hunt.
yeah, I want to take
Yeah,
your
so-
beer as soon as I don't even know you. And I'm going to be rude and say, yeah. Then Lindsay's like, oh, here. And I'm like, oh, I like Blue Moon. She's like, here, take one. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. So, but yeah.
Helps you relax before a ghost hunt.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Blue Moon and all their episodes, we are celebrating our 2-year anniversary.
Yes, we're going to do that.
Cool.
Hard to
So
believe.
sorry, you'll have to get your own Blue Moon and
I will
join
do
us.
that. I will. Either that or my root beer. Yeah.
And he said that's when you got out of jail.
True, Van. I guess who put me in jail? Yeah, because your smart mouth and my smart mouth, and then we just kind of get into it, and then
You guys
I
know.
love
can get
Benny.
ugly.
I love Benny. I'm
No.
kidding. No. Benny called the cops on me.
That's funny.
Wifey, hi Pam. Mm. Yeah, so
Wine is good too, Mike. We like wine.
Yes.
we
So,
only drink wine. Whatever, Mike.
so going into next week, though, we're gonna talk about our favorite episodes over the past 2 years, our top 10. And now I'm really confused, Keith, because I went back and watched the original doll episode with Julie, and then our follow-up one,
Right.
where we had Grandma come on, and then Mike Naked Bigfoot called in at the end of the show, and I'll tell you, those are some awesome episodes, and I still get a little choked up thinking about Mike's story and his dream or his vision,
Yes.
dealing with Julie, and how the story just all came together with her being a drowning victim and his spirit guide and her backstory. And the thing that I forgot about was he said that's the first time in all the years that he's had that spirit guide, the first time that she's ever talked to him or said anything. And that was to warn him not to go into the barn where all the other people that had passed on before him, or well, he's not passed on. Please don't pass on, Mike. Not for a long time. But yeah, so it was a warning, and he said that his spirit guide was carrying Julie.
Yeah, we definitely
So-
saw a different side of Mike on
Yeah.
that episode.
It was a great episode. So I'm going to have a real hard time, if I go back and watch everything again and try to pick my top 10, it may change from what I think it is,
I got a good feeling that our choices are going to overlap quite a bit, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
So,
And if you've been with us from, the beginning, or at least even, a good little while, let us know what episodes that we've done that you've really enjoyed. I'd like to know our followers' top 10.
yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah,
Send us your top 10 so we know.
that would help us.
But after the episode.
Yeah, that would really help us know which direction to take things.
Yeah. Don't want to
So,
persuade us in any way. Mike said he's still haunted by that episode.
well, I will never forget that episode. So I get it.
Yeah, there's a little intense for me too. I was like,
The
whoa.
shit episode.
Like this big old burly dude, and I'm like, wow.
He almost brought me to tears in that episode.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, that was touching.
Oh, thank you, Christine. That's awesome.
Oh, yes. That is. I have a story for you.
Oh,
and
I like stories.
I love stories.
I do too.
My daughter Michelle, she for a while she was collecting fairies, or she was buying fairies for my granddaughter, and she bought. And I'm not sure why they're called kitchen fairies, but do you know what kitchen fairies are? So I don't know if they're fairies you keep in the kitchen, but she bought some and it wasn't brand new. So I don't know if it was Goodwill or like Savers or one of those places that she found some, and she brought them home, and they have their surveillance cameras going, throughout the house all the time. So, because I think I've sent Keith some of those videos that she sends, but this one, there was all kinds of crazy crap going on in it, and her front porch light was turning on and off, and so she caught that and put it on, made a TikTok video out of it.
Oh.
It's had over 40,000 views now. People are digging it. So,
Wow.
but she took them to work, so they're not in her house anymore. So
now work's gonna be losing power.
yeah. So I think her TikTok is what does she call them? Has to do with the dogs. The BS dogs, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, it's a pretty wild video. So,
check that out.
That's
bunch of
crazy.
fairies.
Okay. I'll check it out.
They work into the doll world, right?
Well, I thought we talked
yeah.
about, didn't we talk about fairies in our gnome episode?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did talk about fairies.
Yeah, that was a fun episode too. We had some stuff happen during that episode too.
Yeah, fairies are. I believe in fairies.
Remember the microphone mishap?
That was a fun one.
Oh, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to find the favorite out of all the ones we've done.
Yeah. I mean, especially in the last, I'm sorry, Wendy, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say the funnest one I had was when it was all of us down here, and we got to talk about the first time we went to Donna Ana, and that was fun.
That was a great episode.
I was like, that's so fun. And you guys got me like where I had to go pee like every 5 seconds.
Too much beer?
Too much beer. But yeah, that was that was fun for me. But there's other episodes that I really like.
We were able to share part of that episode last night.
Yeah, no, I watched you guys. It was good. That was good.
So it was fun. We were guests on another program last night.
Entity Voices.
You know, and it was very good. You guys did great on there. That was great. The whole thing, the way they put it together, and the clips that you guys got from each, investigation or the investigations, we caught some cool stuff. It just all went smooth. I think that was pretty good.
Good group of people. They were a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it was
awesome.
That was a good show.
Made it very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next week we'll do our anniversary episode.
Yeah.
That'd be exciting.
So I had a question about the doll thing. Do you guys? Who is the lady that actually kind of like read up on who, like she got what from Julie and all that?
That's Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Yeah. So hers is Grandma's Haunted Dolls.
Okay, because what I'd like to do is like take a picture or something, send it to
And
her.
she said she can do that. In fact, I was supposed to do
curious.
that with Anne.
Uh-huh.
Because rewatching that episode today, I go, oh crap, I never did do that.
Yeah, it's Grandma's Spirit Dolls, I believe. Is what
Grandma's
the name
Spirit
of it was.
Dolls.
Do you have to give her information, or just kind of send a picture and she just kind of goes from there, or how does that work? She do with Julie? Do you
I
remember?
think you could reach out to her, just ask what she would,
I think with
Awesome.
Julie, she did it right off the show. I mean, I think
Yeah, I
she
think so too. Yeah,
she
if I
contacted
remember, okay.
Lindsay out of the blue and says,
That's
"I know
fine.
Julie's backstory, I believe."
Okay, that's,
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm just wondering, I don't know, because if she's only knows German or a little English or whatever, I mean, how do I communicate with her?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Well, to be honest with you, I think we got a little bit of activity when you did the translator tonight. So
yeah,
that might be a way to go.
yeah. But then how do I know what she says if you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
true.
record, I guess, and then try to figure it out afterwards or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Well, if you play it, I'm sure the translator works both ways. If you play it back and you had the translator up, it may tell you
yeah,
what it
Yeah, it has
says.
the microphone. I wasn't having any success with that on the English side of it. But
Right.
perhaps if you're going the other direction, maybe it'll work a little better. Are you able to grab a copy of that link, Keith?
Don't know if I can. I could try while you guys are talking. I'm just afraid if I click on the actual show, it's going to start playing.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I can do this. I can copy it and then I'll text it to you. How's that?
There you go. That'll work. And I'll just put it up there.
That'll work. So
Hi, Sylvia. Yeah, we'll see if we can do that. Wendy does make a great TTABA host trio.
Oh. Who said that? Oh,
Happy Metal Beer Club.
yeah, thank you, honey.
Oh, Sylvia's Christine's daughter. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, if I lived here in Phoenix, I wouldn't mind coming once in a while, but you know, live in Tucson.
Well, you know, you always have a place to stay.
I know, with the footsteps and the guy in here, and yeah,
It's harmless. Come on. Hey, the good news is today is the start of monsoon season.
Yeah,
I had to bring that up.
yeah.
And I did want to give a quick update on the fires in Globe. I did pull some updates off. I know our valley right now is just inundated with smoke in the atmosphere, and it's been pretty tough to breathe the last couple of days. So I don't know. You guys get anything in Tucson, Wendy? Well, you haven't been home.
Yeah, I haven't been home
week, but-
since Friday, so I'm not for sure.
Yeah, it's been really bad here. But the Telegraph fire, 68% contained. So that's better than it was last week. It said it reached Community of El Capitan, and no structures have been lost in that area, according to ABC News.
Yeah, that's why we had to cancel the ghost tour up in Globe over Saturday. That's why I was coming up here.
And then the Mescal fire is 90%. It was 90% on Monday. So that's good. Unfortunately, 72,000 acres were burned. But the Telegraph fire was actually 132,000 acres.
yeah, that's huge.
So it was a big fire.
That's been burning since last Saturday.
Yeah.
So a week ago, last Saturday.
Yeah, that's just horrible because there's so much history in Globe and Miami and even Superior. It's like just, oh my God. I mean, and I'm not just saying it like in that because it's just a horrible thing anyhow. But, you know, there's so much history. If that makes it down in those areas. And then that poor animals and you just think of all that stuff. It's just like, oh my God.
Well, that's the thing, you know, living here, I've been here, 21 years now. You know, fires are going to happen every year, but it's really when it starts to come down into the populated areas where it really gets scary. I remember a year, I don't remember what year it was, but maybe you remember, Joey, but I feel like the whole damn valley was on fire. Like all around us was burning up in the mountains. I remember some of the fires jumped the freeways. I mean, it was
I think that was just about a year ago. It wasn't that long.
No, it was a while back.
Where it came down, almost got into where the hitching post and all that.
That one I did, but then it was several years back. So I remember I was playing at Matt's, and I remember driving up to Matt's, going through Prescott, and I remember on the 17. We literally drove through fire. I mean, it was fire on either side of you when you were driving. It was nuts. So I mean, you kind of get used to it.
It was the highway to hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, he missed one.
Send some of that swamp ass this way.
Swamp ass.
Please.
I'd rather have swamp ass than this heat right now.
Yeah.
My swamp ass could handle that.
Yeah, Cave Creek. That's right. The Cave Creek complex fire.
That's right.
That one was devastating too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a fire up in Mountain Lemon like last year that just kept going. I mean, we could look out Darren's back porch and you can just see the whole, it's just like a trail of fire. It was crazy.
It might have been the same year as the Cave Creek one. I don't remember what year it was. I'd have to go back and see if I can pick through my brain and remember when it was. I just remember driving down the 17 and we're just, once you got up around like kind of toward your guys' exit up there by what is it, Carefree Highway. I remember that the flames were jumping the freeway. It was crazy. It was kind of nuts. And I was actually I could tell you around when it was because I was volunteering for the Phoenix Herpetological Society at the time.
Oh, man.
And I remember we got a call saying that they may have to evacuate the animals because it was burning in Scottsdale. And can you imagine? I mean, you saw how many animals they have.
Yeah. Well, it's the largest. I forgot how you don't say crocodile and alligator. What's the term you said?
I say crocodilian, but
yeah, something like that. Yeah. The largest this side of Florida.
Yeah.
So that's a long ways.
Yeah,
so we've a lot of alligator.
And speaking of that, good segue. We've done a couple episodes. Our very first episode we did was out at the PHS, and then our 1 year anniversary we did out there. So
it's fitting we talk about it again, right?
It's fitting we talk about it. It all started with snakes.
It sure did.
And that's what it was. Now, it was a great place if you guys are local here in Arizona. If you ever get a chance to check it out, it's really cool. They got a lot of cool stuff. So,
did that link come through?
Are
you in airplane mode? No. Oh, it's right there. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see if I can copy and paste it into there. Give it a whirl. I've never done this before.
Yeah, looks like it worked.
Let's see.
Did it double it? I don't know. Yeah, I doubled it.
I don't know why I doubled it, but anyway, you should be able to copy and paste that link.
Yeah,
that's a better link right there.
Oh,
probably because it's YouTube. So
probably.
Yeah.
So so if you're interested in watching our interview last night, we did. It's a class act group, and yeah,
yep,
it's worth following them. So.
I actually have to thank Vinny because Vinny turned us on to them. So thank you, Vinny, for that. That worked out really well. And very cool people. They're kind of scattered all over the country. So
yeah,
it was a good show.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's always good to meet new people.
Yeah.
Looks like everybody's getting the link. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check them out. Go give them some love. Go subscribe to their channel. I know I haven't really had a chance to, but I know Joe, you watched some videos that were on their channel.
Yeah, I did subscribe to them, and then the their personal YouTube channel. This link is for the network that they're on.
What was cool about it was like when they watched the clips that you guys put on or that they showed, they actually watched it and they went into detail about it without and it was like they didn't. It's like, it was just the way they talked about it. It was like they knew it wasn't something that you just threw together and you made it up or whatever. It was just cool how they talked about it. I thought that was really cool about the whole thing. You know what I mean? If it makes sense what I'm trying to say, it was just cool. It was a good show.
Well, I enjoyed it because, we've watched it. How many freaking times we've watched these clips, doing the episodes and everything. And it was just neat to get other people's perspectives on it because, when we put it on YouTube, we don't always get comments on it. Sometimes we get comments, sometimes we don't. But it was kind of neat to kind of do it around the room and everybody gave us their opinion on it.
Yeah.
So, and you were present for the hitching post one. And I think that really had them floored with that SLS footage.
That was, that was crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just cool that how, that after, meeting you guys and stuff too. I mean, you meet different people and everything. And as many people that I've got to know over, I do the Facebook thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got my pages up there, my ghost page and all that. So, but there's so many people out there that's that are so cool and what they, the paranormal and all that other stuff like that. They just they're really down to earth, good people. pretty much.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, just something they're interested in, and 99% of them are like legit,
Yeah.
really like this is what we like to do. It's not, you know. But,
Yeah, with them, you could really see their passion
yeah,
that they had about it. So that was KGRA DB radio, internet radio. And they've got a lot of cool programming on there.
Yeah, they were pretty
So-
cool. I thought that was a good show. I mean, I love your guys' show, but you know, I'm kind of partial.
Yeah.
You're biased.
I'm biased. Whatever, you know. You
We're only once a week.
But it was a good show. I mean, other than, you know, seeing other shows, sometimes you'll see a show and you're like, okay, that was good.
Oh, Mike's outing here on this one.
Mike, what? Fresh? I see. Cool stuff. First met Wendy on a marijuana.
Enthusiast.
Oh, my angel, I love you.
Which means she's mumbling choice words under her breath right now.
Yeah. When I say this, it is out of pure love. Just remember that.
Exactly. What I love about us is we don't get a ton of evidence, but when we do get stuff, it's usually pretty cool. I mean, I regret because I was kind of in a hurry to put this stuff together because he literally called me the day before and said, "Hey, you know, you guys want to come on our show? We need some evidence. Put 5 clips together." So I'm going back through all our episodes trying to pick the best of the best. But I really, when we go back on the other show, because I was corrected last night, but when we go back on that show again, I'd love to present the SLS footage we had at Acadia, because I really think that was second to none. And I also loved our walkie-talkie session that we did with the bear, because I think that would be another great one to put on there.
Yeah.
So, no, I agree, Vinny. You're not supposed to get a ton, but it's just nice that, you know, typically when we go out, we do have something that's usable, I guess, so to speak. And, you know, we get some pretty significant evidence sometimes. And, you know, sometimes, you know, me being the skeptic, I like to still go back and question it sometimes, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to get everybody else's perspective on it. So.
Not to get into all the, you know, but, you know, it's cool how, I mean, I know this was about dolls, and we did our thing with dolls, I guess. I'm just waiting for Julie to smack me or do something, but she's not cooperating tonight. But I just think it's cool that how we all met, and, you know, and seriously, if it wasn't for Vinny, you know, it wouldn't have come together the way it did. And don't let that make your head big or anything, Vinny. I mean, you know, I'm giving you a compliment. So just take it as that. But it's just how everybody met, and you know, it's just a cool thing. You know, I enjoy you guys a lot. I love you guys. I mean, and just when we do, I mean, we can always be and investigate. Sometimes you guys go investigate and we can't be there, or vice versa, or whatever. But it's like, you know, we get what we get. Yeah. And it's enough. Yeah. It don't have to be more than what it don't have to be more than what we get. It's what we get is what we're supposed to get, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I think when you get too much, whether it's fake or whatever, which I know we don't do that, but I'm just saying if it's whatever, then it just kind of like gets people where they're like, okay, you know. Yeah, okay, or whatever, you know. So I kind of like it that we get what we get, and that's enough to prove that, that's
we're not really going away empty-handed.
Yeah,
so.
I wasn't laughing at you. I'm sorry. I had to put my.
Again, I think a blow-up doll can be haunted. I don't know, Mike. Can they?
It depends on what you put in it.
Mike sounds like he's had experience. I don't know.
Oh man,
love that guy. So you realize how different things would have turned out, Keith?
You fake a lot. Oh, okay. Whatever. Time for a new boyfriend.
They make him in blow up.
Oh We'll get you a haunted one. Don't worry. Oh, sorry, Joey. What were you going to say, Joey?
I mean, we wouldn't be having this moment had the first paranormal group that we reached out to
Blowing us off.
Yeah, if they haven't blown us off, you know.
Oh, that's
So-
a good word to use right now. Jeez.
Oh, that's funny.
Awesome.
Sorry.
No, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Vinny, for taking a chance on us. We appreciate it. And obviously, we wouldn't be doing this today if it wasn't for you, probably. So,
Dara says paranormal wise. Geez, what? Yeah.
oh, you guys are too much.
Well, you are getting older, Darren, so I don't know. I love you.
I was gonna say something. I told her what I was gonna say because I had to put up Mike's comment. That just started us
Just
on a
kinda threw it.
spiral.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so I didn't mean to cut you off, Joey.
Oh,
Just,
I was trying to give you some love and, just saying,
hug.
yeah,
Virtual hug.
virtual hug.
Virtual. Well, it's Darren's fault. He never talks, and then all of a sudden he's just like, yapping.
Yeah, we suffered that mighty blowjob. Yeah, we were looking forward to doing some investigating with somebody else, and they,
Oh, shoot.
yeah, but it worked out so much better.
It did.
It
It did. Yeah, it's been great.
Coming from the guy that'll scare
Yeah.
the shit out of you on an investigation.
Yeah,
right?
they probably would have just left us, and made us walk home and all that after our first night with them. Where Danny invited us back, so
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, it's just it's been good. It's been this, and just keep doing what we're doing, and like I'm sure he's been there, done that already.
oh, goodness.
Carol says, "What is it? The show always ends up on a spiral downhill."
It seems to do that.
That's
Oh,
funny.
man.
It does, but that's what makes it fun. I mean, I always enjoy the end of the show because it does end up at a spiral downhill,
It
and
really
it just,
does.
and it's great. It's just, and the people that watch, they're so cool because they can just play along and be okay with it. And that's what makes it fun too.
Hey, Taylor, thanks for jumping on. What did Mike? You starting a new business that we don't know about? What do you do in your spare time?
Oh my
I
gosh.
thought you were brewing whiskey.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if we really want to know what he does in his spare
I don't
time.
know. It could be kind of scary.
Oh, Mike. Mike, it's all out of love. I love you, dude.
So there's validation.
There's validation.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk to Sylvia off air and find out how she knows that. But
Oh, that's funny.
all right,
Oh.
Mike, come on now. Giraffes have feelings too. Stop it.
Well, I could go somewhere and I'm not. It's
Yeah.
gonna
Have to do with the
stop
salami
there.
hack.
And all right, deep throat. Had to say it. Had to go there. Oh,
Okay, this turned into bestiality.
Right? Oh,
Leave it to
there
Mike.
you go. Wait, where was that? I lost it. Hold on. There it is. There it is.
Danny DeVito doll. Who is this? Oh my God. Yeah, he's actually in my car because Darren couldn't make it. So I have to get my love somewhere when I'm out of town.
Oh, that's awesome. That is great.
That's funny. Jerry, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. That's
You like
funny.
Jerry. Hey. Well, that's about a wrap, isn't it?
It is.
Right?
Wow.
Time just flies.
That's crazy.
This is
Especially when we're
great.
talking about unicorns.
I was going to say dolls, but hey.
Oh yeah, dolls.
It was dolls, but yeah, now we're talking about giraffes and unicorns.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody. We do appreciate it.
We sure do.
And please join in next Tuesday as we bring to you our anniversary episode. 2 years And if you know people that haven't watched our show, please get them to join next week because it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about our top 10. Right, Joey? Our top 10
We are.
favorites.
Our top 10. And if you want to join us with the same beer, we're going to be drinking Blue Moon next week.
Yep.
So.
It's our first episode. So
You drank Blue Moon on your first
the very
episode?
first episode.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. You did, didn't you?
Yep. We had the variety pack.
Ah.
Yeah.
And that's when we learned that coriander was the same as
Cilantro.
yes. It was a good lesson. Good lesson for us. So
We learned a few more things on that episode too.
yeah, we did. We absolutely did.
But that was the
Yeah.
most pertinent to beer.
Yes. So
Well, thanks for having me on, guys. It was fun.
Thanks for joining us, Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy.
Always a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
kind of like,
thanks.
I'm nervous, but it kind of like went away. I mean,
Yeah.
I like hanging out with you guys no matter what. So it's
you're
okay.
you're nervous with us. You can't be nervous with us.
Not now and not anymore.
Now if you
The
had
first episode with Parapalooza.
oh yeah.
Oh,
I was like, okay, but no.
God damn,
that's
Wendy,
old hat now.
you're good. We need to talk about that too.
Oh yeah, that's right. We don't want to
Oh yeah.
sign off before
Pat
we
me on
talk
the
about
back.
it.
That's going to be coming up in September, right?
Yeah, it was the last weekend.
The last week in September.
September.
And after that, we all go back to New Mexico for the Las Cruces Paracon.
And then the next week after that, we go to
Vulture
Vulture City
City.
Hey, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Paracon.
So we have a busy fall coming up.
We do. And it's going to be lots of fun.
It's going to be awesome.
So
Alrighty.
So as far as Paracon, but
Parapalooza?
Parapalooza goes, and if you have some suggestions for some topics you'd like us to cover on this next one, please let us know.
Well, let us know. Sure.
So it'd be cool.
Because we'll be setting up the schedule probably pretty soon.
Yeah,
Try to get some guests on. So,
I'm sure we need to have Mike return.
yes. Get ready, Mike. And it's not going to be about sex toys.
Keep the unicorns and
Keep the
giraffes
unicorns
out
away.
of it.
Exactly. So I guess this has been the truth about beer and
Haunted Dolls Part 2.
part due. Now, until next week,
Hi guys.
Yeah, this is it. So we're going to say cheers.
we'll say cheers.
Oh, there's the camera over
I can't clink.
there.
Clink.
There it
Camera's
is.
back
Clink.
there. There you go.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
Good night.
Night.
Welcome to the truth about beer.